So let's acquaint ourselves with the distinguished voices that will enrich our discussions today. So we have with us Moumita Chakrabarti, founder and CEO of Destinatia Tours and Travels, is a multifaceted Indian entrepreneur known for her roles as a travel blogger, YouTuber, and mental health mentor. Recognized with the Young Achiever of the Year 2022 Award and National Business Leadership Award 2019, she is also the National President of Youth and Community Empowerment Council, WICCI. Moumita, with a background in major companies like Air India Limited and Balmer, envisions Destinatia as a global travel leader where actively contributing to sectors like education, aviation, and community empowerment in India. So, Moumita, will you like to share your insights regarding human rights and dignity with respect to your country? Over to you, Moumita.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction about me, Shilpi and Tabitha. I'm really honored. Just to start with about human rights and dignity, I do a lot of sessions. So I always start with the word by saying Namaste everyone. Hope you all are keeping well physically as well as mentally, because I feel that both physical and mental well-being are both very important and crucial, and we must take care of each individual's mental and physical health. Whenever we ask, how are you today? We must think about that particular person's mental well-being too. So when I say, generally people say hello everyone, I say namaste everyone, because namaste is not only the national greeting of India, but it originated from our Vedic word, which is also namaskar or namaskaram. Okay, which is like everybody, when we meet, we use the word namaskar, namaste, or namaskaram, and it signifies the respect and dignity not only to the individual we greet, but to the divine soul which exists within us and that particular person whom we are greeting with as namaste. So human rights have always occupied a place of paramount importance, I guess, in India's rich legacy, um, because India believed in the principle of another Vedic word, which is Vasudeva Kutumbakam, which generally translates to that the world is one family. Okay, so the idea of this phrase remains very relevant today, as it emphasizes a global perspective and prioritizing the collective well-being over individual or any family interests. I feel it encourages us to think about the welfare of others, fostering global solidarity, responsibility, especially in addressing the crucial issues like climate change, maintaining the human rights, sustainable development, peace, as well as the tolerance of differences. Since the days of Indus Valley civilization, if I speak, Indian culture has always been, synthesizing the diverse cultures and religions that came into contact with the enormous Indian subcontinent, basically, over a long stretch of time. Right, we believe in the word karma and dharma. Karma has now become a global word. However, dharma still remains within the Indian subcontinent. So, since the Vedic period, these two words have played a very pivotal role, which itself is a proof that India has always championed the human rights throughout the history of human civilization. So, there are many references in the Vedas and the Upanishads, which throw light to the existence of human rights since the days of ancient India. The Vedas proclaim that the liberty of body, which in Sanskrit is known as tan, the body is known as tan, and the dwelling house is known as kirdi, and the life, basically, which again translates to Jivan or Jivas in Sanskrit. So, if I talk about the Indian Constitution, human rights, and the Indian Constitution, the Constitution of the Republic of India, which came into force on the 26th of January 1950, with 395 articles and 8 schedules, is one of the most elaborate fundamental laws ever adopted. So, the preamble of the Indian Constitution declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. The term democratic denotes that the government gets its authority from the will of the people. It gives a feeling that they all are equal, irrespective of race, caste, creed, or religion, language, or gender, or culture. The preamble of the Constitution pledges for justice, social, economic, and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status, equality to education, unity and integrity of the nation and to all citizens. So, under the civil and political rights in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and in the Indian Constitution, we have equality before law, prohibition of discrimination, freedom of peaceful assembly, right to social security, freedom of speech and expression, equality of opportunity, including 8 other rights. And under economic, social, and cultural, in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and in the Indian Constitution, we have right to education, right to work, to just and to favorable conditions of work. Then we have the right to equal pay for equal work, including 4 other similar rights. So India is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories, like which are centrally administered. The Constitution provides for division on legislative functions between the Parliament and the state legislatures. 97 items are placed under Parliament, 66 items are allocated for the state legislatures, and 47 are made subject to concurrent jurisdiction of both, with the power of Parliament overriding in case of overlapping legislation, which is under Article 246 and the 7th schedule of the Constitution. And the Parliament has the power to make the laws. So this is what I wanted to speak about the human rights and dignity, which is mentioned in the Constitution of India. Thank you so much.
Wow, great. Thank you so much for these wonderful insights, Moumita, regarding India. And we will come back to you with some questions. Meanwhile, I will ask the audience if they have any kind of questions with Moumita, then they can jot it down in the chat box and we will get back to them, I mean, our speakers, once all of them have spoken. So, I mean, if there are any questions in the chat box, I will check them also. So, firstly, I would like to invite Moumita Chakravarti, G100 India Country Chair, to share her perspective from the world's largest democracy, India. So, Moumita, we all know mental well-being is an integral aspect of human dignity. How does your country, India, incorporate mental health considerations into their constitutional frameworks, ensuring holistic support for their citizens in this aspect? Moumita?
Okay, now this is one of my. Thank you so much for the question. That's a really interesting question, and this is one of the most, dear topics for me. I always speak on mental health, and I always feel that mental health is very important these days, especially. So, to start with, I would like to quote one international covenant on economic, social, and cultural rights, that is the ICESR. from the year 1966, which has included mental health in the Article 12, which states that the state parties to the present covenant recognizes the right of everyone to the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of physical and mental health. This is according to the ICESR, like the global thing. Personally, when I speak about mental health, I always, see that there are a lot of things to be discussed. There are a lot of different kinds of mental health issues which are coming up these days as compared to the last few decades. So, mental well-being or mental health is one of the major topics which I feel should be brought to light in a broader and a better way. So we still do not see that much of mental health awareness as compared to the other countries across the world. But I think that we should give more importance to that, because mental health is as much important as physical health to us, because we have so many hospitals for treating the medical, physical health, whatever problems we have. Even if we have a stomach ache, we can have a medicine. But generally, when we speak about mental health, for example, somebody is suffering from depression, somebody is suffering from anxiety, somebody is suffering from stress, we do not take it that seriously when as compared to the physical problems we take. Definitely, whenever we have even gastroenteritis at home and we are feeling little feverish, we have medicines at home. But when we want to speak about depression and we feel that okay, for example, we women, we always get periods every single month, and those are the days when we suffer a lot from mental anxieties, and there are different kinds of mental health issues which come up. Some some women face it before the period of that particular dates. Some women feel it during those days, and some women even feel it after their periods are over. So the thing is, this when in India we stay basically with our family, we stay with our parents and our brothers and sisters, our siblings, and generally people like I come from a family which understands all these things, and they really support me a lot. But there are a lot of families in India till now who generally feel that what is wrong with you, and girls are still shy to express their feelings about periods or menstrual hygiene. They are not able to share that what they're going through, what is the problem they are facing, their stomachs are aching. So I feel probably because mental health is not visible, it doesn't matter that it doesn't exist. So it's just like air, like we are breathing, we know that air exists, but we can't see it. So if I talk about my country, Bharat or India, we have come a long way. But the thing is, if I bring back references from the past few centuries, I hope I'm not taking too much time of yours, and yeah, I can continue for 2 3 more minutes
Yes,
if that is fine.
you can.
Yeah, so if thank you so much. So, in case if we bring back references from the past few decades, India is known as the land of farmers. So, physical labor was very much of importance as compared to the today's dates. Like these days, we have everything over artificial intelligence, gadgets, and we are more mentally concerned towards doing every single work. For example, I have done a session on this particular topic only, that when we were also kids, like if I talk about at least 20 or 30 years back, when even if I was not born or when I was a kid, those were the days when there were even for a single thing you had to work. There were postcards. If you want to speak to a friend, you have to write a letter to your particular friend, right? But and that needed little bit of physical labor. But these days, even if you're waking up, the first thing you do is you take your phone and then you watch the time. And even if for waking you up you need an alarm clock, however, previously in India, it was not like that. Everybody used to wake up with the, you know, like the sunrise and go to the farms and work, and physical work was given more importance every single time in India. But these days, we have the artificial intelligence. That is why I think mental health is now, being raised up in our country today, because even if we are going to office, we are going to school during the times of COVID. If I bring references, there were online classes. Online classes, the teachers, you had to prepare the notes on online. They had to share their speeches online. The students had to sit in front of the mobiles or the laptops and then do their work, which we may not feel, but ultimately, disturbs your mental health a lot, because everything you are doing mentally, you are not putting your physical labor in front, right? So that is why we like, and I understand that artificial intelligence is there for, making our lives better, but at the same time we must not forget that it is also affecting our mental health a lot, because we are concentrating on, see, there is a fear factor which works amongst us. For example, I'll just give a very simple example to all of you. um, Previously, I have to or do a particular work. I go to the office. I have seen my parents go to the office, then only they will do the work. Okay, and then the landline phones came, and for example, somebody has called you, you do not know who has called you. These days, you have a fear factor working, that okay, this phone has beeped just now and I have a notification, I need to check it, I have to reply to this particular email. You always have that fear in your mind all the time, that okay, I have to reply to that mail, and you have that fear of that blue tick also. For example, you are at work and you are on call with a particular client of yours, and by mistake your phone has opened another chat, and you have not even read that particular message. But that happens. Okay, okay, I'll just take one more minute. But that particularly happens with us. Probably you have not taken, seen that particular message, but the other person might be thinking that okay, your message has been read, and that girl or boy has not replied to me. That and later on, it creates a miscommunication in your like between both of you. So that fear factor always works among us. Okay, I have texted my friend, and she has read the message, she has not replied. That will continuously keep rotating in your mind. And these things, I think artificial intelligence is good, but at the same time it is harming our society and creating a lot of anxiety and stress among us. I had a lot more to speak on this. I can even do a like 2 hour session on mental health, but I do not have time, I am running out of it. So I will just end with small factors, that okay, artificial intelligence is important, but it can never replace human or emotional intelligence. So it is better we connect with each other personally, and be kind to each other, be generous to each other. Thank you so much.
Wow, Momita, so wonderful. Thank you for sharing your insights. And I like the best part was when you said that mental health issues are invisible, but they need to be addressed. And yes, it's so true. It's so true. So I mean, thank you so much. And maybe we will once again come back to you with some questions. So now I
Yeah,
would
sure.
like
I will love to speak more, because I have a lot more to share. So in case if we get time, we'll be back. Thank you.
Okay, definitely, definitely. To you. Now, I would like to ask you another question. Now, suppose given the evolving nature of technology and in its impacts on human rights, as you were already talking about it when you were talking about AI. So, just we want to know from you that how can nations ensure that digital advancements contribute positively to dignity and rights rather than becoming tools for surveillance and infringement. So please share your insights on this, Momita.
Okay, thank you for the question. It's a very important question. But to start it on a lighter note, now Anissa is not there, and we three are there. So you have mistakenly taken my name as Monica. So Monica, Mercy, Moumita, we are M cubes. Yeah. So M cubes are there speaking today. So unfortunately, I'm missing her, Anissa, because she was there in the beginning of the
Yeah,
webinar for some problem. Maybe we will have her for the next part two session as a speaker. But yeah, moving ahead to the question, as per the as we are talking about human rights, and you have asked me a question related to the technologies and about its effects. So, going globally, if I talk about the United Nations organizations, they have stated that technologies can make our world fairer, more peaceful, and more just. Digital advances can support and accelerate achievement of each of the 17 some 17 sustainable development goals are there as per UNO, uh, from uh, from ending extreme poverty to reducing maternal and infant mortality. Okay, and promoting sustainable farming, and decent work, and achieving universal literacy. But technologies, as I already said earlier, also can definitely threaten our privacy, erode security, and also fuel inequality. There are a lot of, scams and digital use of unfair means, like for example bank, like your even banks are digital these days, so it affects technology. I feel personally, being a person, like I am a home person, so I feel that yeah, technology is definitely is helping the like us globally to connect with each other in a much easier way, but it is also affecting us a lot through various other means which are not even relevant or were imagined by human beings earlier. Even if I talk about 10 decades, sorry, 1 decade before. Okay, so the thing is, they have implications for human rights and also human agency, like generations before, like the governments, the businesses, and individuals had the choice to make in how we harness and manage new technologies. But these days I feel that technology is handling human beings more than human beings are handling the technology. For example, I hope you agree to what I'm saying, because the thing is, the current generation is seen discussing about this AI, which is in full form known as the artificial intelligence, which is going viral. We have like everything, like connecting with friends, doing webinar just now. How we are connecting to each one of you from different parts of the world. It is a very good thing, and you know human rights, when we are talking about human rights and global dignity, yeah, definitely it's helping us in raising awareness about each of the country's policies, rules, regulations, and what each country is facing, in connection with the women empowerment, or child infant mortality, I would say, or how women's are as Monica shared about feminicide. So we are getting to know a lot of details which we were not getting before artificial intelligence or the technology which we have now was there. But at the same time, the thing is, every coin has two sides. Just how it is, being helpful to us these days, it is also creating a lot of negativity, and there are a lot of negative impacts of artificial intelligence. So there are artificial intelligent mechanisms are created ultimately by humans only. For example, a mobile phone is created by a human, computers are being created, this Zoom, this tool which we are using for connecting to each other, is created by a human being. But what I feel very sad to share with you all, that these days people are giving more importance to artificial intelligence rather than giving importance to emotional intelligence, or majorly the majorly humanity. What are all this for? according to me, these things are created to make the lives of each individual easier and not to make, our lives more pressurizing. So, as I was giving the example of the WhatsApp chat, also, it's just the same, which I feel that why we are becoming so stressed out that yeah, we have to reply to our friend, and the friend must also understand, like old days, that okay, she might have got my letter by now. She will reply to me after 15 days. That's fine. Our friendship is not going anywhere. But these days, artificial intelligence is like, showing WhatsApp. Okay, for example, you have mistakenly sent a message. Like there are a lot of reels being created also, that you have sent a message, and WhatsApp shows this message was deleted by that particular sender. And you, like, you don't, the other person is thinking, wow, what have she or she deleted, and you are also in a dilemma that okay, I was not sending this message to this particular person, by mistake I've sent it, but I don't know what that person might be thinking about me. So artificial intelligence is good if we utilize it in a proper way, but it is also harmful if we, give more pressure on it rather than giving importance to what the other person's emotional quotient is. So that's what I would end my answer with, that technology is important, but it is more important how you use it. Thank you.
Wow, great. Wonderful. And I love this thing where you said that giving importance to AI over emotional intelligence is something, we need to talk about more, or we need to make people aware about it. That, yeah, technology is here, but as a person also we are here, and we need to understand each other better, even more than technology. So anyways, thank you so much for sharing your insights, Momita. Brenda, do you have anything on your mind?
Yes, first of all, it's really an honor to be in front of so powerful, intelligent women. And well, I heard what Manumita said about the internet, and as a generation that was born with all of this and the FOMO, and the fear of missing out, and all the things that sometimes technology brings to young generations, but especially to women. Like, they paint us this stereotypical form of how this beautiful, successful women looks, and being in front of successful, powerful women, and have this other perspective without the stereotypical part that sometimes the internet paint. It's amazing. I'm honored to say that I'm Dr. Monica's student. She's always been this enlightenment and incredible in her classes. It's really an honor to be to hear from her, and she always reach her perspectives, her opinions in these legal forms. She's such a lawyer. She is always such in a jurisdictional way.
Monica, one way of giving back to the society is raising kids like these. So I mean, you are leaving behind so many Monicas over there. So I think this is the best part we can do. So with this,
just one question, just one, not a question, just a remark. Well, Brenda was my student last semester in Mexico. She's a lawyer, a student of law, and she's a first class student, first class. And yes, excellent student. She got I think a score of 10 of 10. So she's really, really a very, very, very good student. Thank you for your remarks, Brenda. Okay.
Momita, you wish to add something?
Yeah, I raised my hand after Monica finished her answer to Julianne. So, but the thing is, we are running out of time already. We have completed 2 hours. Maybe next time when we meet, we'll definitely have so much more to speak. And thank you, Brenda. As a student, you are really inspiring and you speak so well. We all, as your seniors, are very proud that you have joined us today, and you could share your insightful thoughts with us. I hope and wish that more students and youngsters like you come up and share their insights with us. We too are not old, by the way. We too are young, but we are no longer students, and students are very powerful all throughout the world and globe, and youth really make a lot of difference. So definitely I wish you all the very best and hope to see you successful very soon, and you become like your professor Monica one day, and we will have you on board for as a speaker, probably very soon. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
And
Great.
lastly,
So,
lastly, before concluding, I am really thankful to Tabitha and Shilpi for such a commendable hosting. Wonderful hosting, both of you. Like, I am really proud of myself that I have taken, like, I've connected with you all, and I'm so happy that this went so well. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you, Momita. So grateful
you
for
from
the
Mexico.
opportunity.
Thank you from
Thank you,
Mexico.
everyone. Thank you.